Hey y'all, it's Mickey Man, and today I'm going to be reviewing episode 1 of Ben. And how to feel about this specific episode, I felt it was and let me explain why now. The characters introduced, Sonia Summers. Sonia, I didn't like this bitch at all. But some of the other characters, like Ben, I thought he was cool, he was a badass. And let me explain why Sonia lowers this episode for me. Now, when the episode starts out, Sonia's pretty much a cop that moves into like a shittier side of town to pretty much make a difference and improve things. And at the start, I was like, you know what? I like it. And then there was like this individual made out of water that starts suffocating people and all that kind of jazz throughout this episode. And then part ways into the episode, you see Sonia try to help this woman out who gets robbed. And then she almost gets crushed and run over by a car, but then she gets saved by Ben once. And then later on in the episode, this same Sonia bitch pretty much ends up in a situation where she shouldn't even be anywhere near because there's like this fucking creature that can manipulate fucking water. She shoots it with the gun a few times. It doesn't fucking work. Instead of running away because her gun doesn't fucking work, she stays there in a later sequence, shoots it again. That shit don't work. So then pretty much Ben saves her bitch ass. He owns that creature using electricity attacks, and then he transforms into this monstrous looking creature. And then instead of Sonia saying, oh, thank you for saving my fucking life, she tries to shoot the fuck out of the individual that saved her life. And you know why I feel like the writing lacks common sense? It's because, for one, Sonia's life was just saved by this man twice. Yet, she not only points her gun at this man, she shoots at this man. And I'm just like, oh man, is this bitch stupid? Because just think about it. Logically, if anyone's in that situation, let's just say Ben wasn't such a calm and patient man. Let's just say she shoots the gun at Ben. And let's say he retaliates back. And almost anyone in that situation will retaliate back and pretty much just lops the head of anyone trying to shoot at them with a gun. She just happened to be lucky that Ben didn't want to kill her. And I'm just thinking throughout this, wow, already the main character is one of the main characters is completely unlikable. And just watching this episode, I'm like, fuck. You've got to be fucking kidding me. Because most people on her spot would be either thanking that individual or just running away from the situation. So already from a story standpoint, the writing, it's kind of garbo. Which is a shame because some of the other elements in the episode are good. Like, I did like how they established through natural dialogue Bam's go alongside of his two friends, Bello and Bella, how they're rescuing humans so that someday they can become humans someday because they have non-human bodies. So those type of elements in this episode were good. And it's good motivation for why Ben is helping people out, even though they're portrayed a lot constantly by humans. So there were good elements specifically in this episode from a story standpoint. And I guess from a characterization standpoint, they did a good job at the very least giving us character goals for Ben. In that he's a guy that doesn't seem to be a wrathful guy because even when he was shot at, he didn't lash out in anger. So I'd say he was a good character. Sonia characters I thought she was fucking trashed here. I mean, there were good moments where there was this guy midway in the episode where I'm assuming she was giving her money to hush up and she slaps the money away. So there were moments like that that were good. Or when she wanted to help out this boy in need, even though this cop didn't want to because he didn't want to be late for a meeting. That made her character feel colorful. But then the moment she started shooting at Ben at the end of the episode, I'm just like, I don't like this bitch anymore. I don't like this character anymore. She fucking sucks. And she's trashed here. So from a character standpoint, it's a mixed bag. And sadly, Sonia weighs it down. As for the animation, it was good. And I did like the artwork. And I thought the character designs were stylistic. And I even thought I didn't say this in the live reaction, but I think Bella, one of the characters near Bam, kind of looks like I think it was Jonah from German God. Kind of gives me those vibes. Looks pretty cool. Thought his character design looked pretty cool, all things considered. And I thought the music was freaking awesome. I love the opening and I love the ending theme, and I'll probably listen to the ending theme after I finish off this review video. Because I genuinely did like the music. It's just the same that Sonya weighed down everything fucking else. And that's why I'm going to rate this episode a 4.75 out of 10. I think this episode is below average. Because honestly, most shows are carried by their characters or narrative, one of the two. And if one of the two is severely lacking, it weighs everything else. And I honestly don't think I'm going to be keeping up with the show week to week. But these are just my thoughts, y'all. Comment down your thoughts in the comment below and how you felt about Bam Episode 1. Be sure to rate the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later if you come back for more. Alright, and have a great and safe day, everyone. Bye-bye.